Tastes very, very good, Peter. Thank you very much.
Glad you enjoyed it, Mike.
Okay, see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Good morning, Peter.
Bye-bye. Morning, Mike.
And what have you got for us today?
So, today we're going to be going a little bit more simpler than usual. We found some fresh watermelon at the market, so we decided to throw that in. It wasn't part of our weekly ingredients, but there's no harm in picking up things as you go along. Today the base of the smoothie will be romaine lettuce. Romaine lettuce is packed with protein. For watermelon, it's full of antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. We have our carrots, cucumbers, apples for sweetness, celery for a great source of fiber, and blackberries, red currants, and blueberries. And then we'll get to the boosters later on. So let's start by pouring in 2 cups or around half a liter of water. Many people like to use almond milk and things like that, but I just go for the pure natural water, as there's no added sugars or anything like that. So let's start off with the watermelon, a bowl of that, our celery sticks, throw in the cucumber, a whole carrot, blueberries, a few blackberries, and remember when you're putting the red currants in, just to remove them off the stem, because that stem might be a bit tricky to get grinded up, blended up. And our apple, looking very fruity today. And finally we'll top up the jug with the romaine lettuce. Now, if you remember from day one, if you find that your jug is a little bit full, don't compress it too much. The best thing to do is simply go ahead and blend it down a little bit to give you more space for the boosters. So all you need to do is put it on low, just to win you some space at the top of your jug like that, with a tablespoon of chia seeds. And you'll notice today I'm putting quite a lot of extra nuts, sunflower seeds and walnuts, because the romaine lettuce and the watermelon together will make the smoothie very watery. So by adding these extra nuts, it will allow the smoothie to come out with a good consistency, not too watery. And here's our final tablespoon of my favorite spirulina powder, which is basically blue-green algae. And we're good to go. So we're going to blend this all up.
Good idea to put a lid on here.
Don't forget the lid, else you'll have a very messy kitchen. Always start your blending on low and then flip it to the high button. That's about it. Very quick today. Ultimately great for 4 people. And there you have it. Mike?
Okay. Thanks, Peter. That's a very green smoothie today.
Green from the spirulina, perfect consistency. Cheers.
Cheers, Peter. Good stuff. Okay, thanks, Peter, and see you again tomorrow.
Welcome, Mike. Have a great day.
Cool. Okay, Peter, so this is now smoothie number 4.
Right.
What are the ingredients for that one?
So, how are you doing, Mike?
I'm good, thank you.
Today we're going to have a mix of collard greens and baby spinach. And in the mix we're going to have our celery, some kiwis, a couple of strawberries, half an avocado, because remember, you don't want to have too much avocado because it becomes very fattening, and half an avo is perfectly enough, although the fats are really good for you. Banana, some carrots, and some cucumber. and then we'll get to the boosters later on. So let's start off by adding around half a litre of water, or 2 cups of water. There you go. And we're going to throw in our cucumbers, the avo, put that all in there, banana, remember you don't need to chop it up too much, celery, there we go, and some kiwis. A nice way of getting the kiwi out is just scooping it out of the skin without any wastage. Throw in your carrots, the other half of the kiwi, like that. Comes out perfectly. And the strawberries. Now, these are our collard greens. I've already chopped them up because they are quite tough. The leaves are quite rubbery, so the smaller you chop them, the better, in case you get any strands. And finally the baby spinach, packed with nutrients. Remember to always wash your greens very well. Good. Now let's get that onto the blender. Let's add our boosters. I always love almonds in the mix. Today we're going to add some flax seeds. Look at those. Organic. Pumpkin seeds. Big tablespoonful. And some coconut powder. We'll put in 2 tablespoons desiccated coconut powder, and we're ready to blend. Remember to start off low and then move to high for longevity of the blender. And there you have it, a perfectly blended green smoothie. Look at that consistency, Mike.
That looks fantastic for you. I can't wait to drink it.
Pour them into our glasses. Here we go. This should make us 2 litres, ready to guzzle down in the morning or any time of day. Top them up.
Looks very bright green today, Peter.
Thanks, Mike.
Okay, on to the next one.
There you go.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers. Okay, Peter, so day 5, it's our 5th smoothie. And what are you going to do with us today?
So, Mike, if you remember at the beginning of the week, we purchased enough ingredients to make 5 smoothies for 4 people for 5 days. As you can see, we have the last remaining ingredients from our weekly shopping, and we're going to make a smoothie out of it. You have your romaine lettuce and bok choy. We're going to add in some red cabbage and a lot of sweetness today. Some pears, apples, oranges, black currants and blueberries. As usual, we'll start off with 2 cups of water, or around 500 ml. A lot of people like to use coconut water, almond milk, things like that, but I go 100% natural, no added sugar, nothing like that with water, because you have more than enough nutrition in what you're putting into the smoothie itself. We'll throw in our black currants and a handful of blueberries. These are organic blueberries. Our oranges, well, that's 1 orange, 1 apple, 1 pear, and when it comes to the bok choy, we'll just chop it up a little bit, like that. No need to overdo it on the chopping because the blender is super powerful in itself. You can use the entire bok choy, so there's no wastage. And the red cabbage, you might think that it adds too much bitterness, but you'll be surprised. You won't even taste the cabbage once it's all blended together. And finally, the romaine lettuce. All that must go in nicely. There we go. Now what I'm going to do is, before adding the boosters, I'm going to pop this on the blender just to lower the volume a bit. That's enough. Now we have enough space for our boosters. 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. There you go. 1 tablespoon of cashew nuts, which are packed with excellent oils. 1 large tablespoon of spirulina powder. Actually, let me put 1.5. It's really good for you. And finally, I'm going to put just the tip of a teaspoon of turmeric powder. This is purely optional, but it is super good for you, anti-inflammatory properties. That should be enough, because if you don't want to have too much of that, the flavor will be too strong. Let's pop the lid on and we're ready to blend. Mike?
Okay.
Alright, look at the color of that.
That's so green.
Let's do the pouring. Oh, that actually, I can smell the freshness from here, all those delicious fruits that we put in. Look at that, Mike.
Looks good. Looks
Best
good.
way to start your day. There we go.
Thank
Look
you.
at the colour of that. Cheers.
Cheers, Peter. That looks amazing. Thanks, Peter. I know that was a massive undertaking to do those 5 smoothies one day at a time, but we've got it done, and I hope that the viewers are going to enjoy that.
I hope so too.
Okay, thanks, Peter.
Cheers.
There's 5 smoothie recipes for you there, and every one of them tastes pretty amazing, and they're full of nutrients and very good for you. All the ingredients are listed below in the comments section, so if there's anything you need to get, just have a look down below. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.